305 of our Sefer HaMitzvos study. Once again, back on track for daily studies. And we are continuing to study the mitzvah that was introduced yesterday, which was positive commandment 246. And this is the mitzvah that we're supposed to follow the laws of claims. So to adjudicate properly a dispute, a monetary dispute between the accuser and the defendant. This mitzvah, the way it's presented in the Torah, or the way it's traditionally read, is that a situation happens where someone says, hey, you owe me such and such amount of money, and this person says, I don't owe you that, I owe you this. And so, like, for instance, somebody comes and says, you owe me $100, and the person who's accused says, I don't owe you $100, I owe you $50. And so in the situation where the borrower claims they only owe, or borrower, or perhaps they owe because of some situation with property belonging to the accuser. So in a dispute where someone says they admit partially that they do owe, but they say that they admit a different amount, then they are required biblically to give an oath. So a Torah scroll, for instance, or tefillin, something, a holy text is brought out, and they're made to hold it and give an oath, saying that they don't owe the amount that they were accused of, that they owe a different amount, so like $50 instead of $100. So biblically, that's one of the situations where an oath is required. Now, an oath is something that is very serious, taken very seriously, because in the Ten Commandments it specifically says not to take a oath falsely in Hashem's name, and so if someone does take that false oath, that's a very serious crime. It's breaking one of the Big Ten, and it has ramifications, spiritual ramifications from Hashem. It says you won't be held guiltless, etc. And so anyway, oaths were taken very seriously. In fact, even to the point where some people would just say, "Fine, I'll pay you the 100. What's an extra $50 to me? I don't want to swear an oath," because ideally you never want to swear an oath, anyway, to give an oath is not desirable, even when you know that there's no reason why you shouldn't, other than the fact that you giving the oath is not desirable in the first place. Anyway, that's one of three ways that the Bible lays out that you should give an oath. And so with God's help, as we continue to go through this, I will lay out some of the two other cases where you would be giving an oath according to biblical instruction. All right, that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great night and be blessed. Bye-bye.